Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Mercedes. In today's video, I have a new collection from Pahlish to share with you all. Now this is a very large collection. We have 9 polishes. It is called the Midwest Princess Collection and it's going to be available for pre-order on August 11th at 7 p.m. Central Time. Now it is going to be a pre-order, but these polishes will be restocked at a later point in time. All of these polishes will be priced at $14. I'll make sure to list all of the details, all the information down below for you guys. There's a lot of polishes, so let's just get right into it. First up, we have Hot to Go, and this one is described as a vivid strawberry pink packed with glowing blue shimmer and holographic flakies. This is so beautiful. We're starting off strong here with this gorgeous polish and a perfect formulation. You can see here on the first coat, look how wonderfully it just glides on. I put on a second coat and it just brought everything together. You can really see that beautiful blue shimmer just peeking through. It is so glowy. The holographic flakies are jam-packed in here. And this pink is just so vibrant, so fun. I really enjoyed this one. It was the first one that I swatched and I was like, oh my god, I am so in love. I think long or short nails, 2 coats will be fine for you. I'm obsessed with this. I feel like this would be a perfect pedicure manicure, oh my gosh, this would be a perfect pedicure and a perfect manicure, like a matching set. I usually don't match my pedis and manis, but I feel like with this polish, it's just a must. This is such a pretty bright color for summertime, a pretty color for the winter if you need a pop of color, if you're tired of like your vampy dark shades, and then of course for Valentine's Day as well. Pictured are 2 coats of Hot to Go with a glossy top coat. Here we have After Midnight, and this one's described as a warm caramel nude with copper orange green shifting pigment. This one also had a fantastic formula for such a lighter shade. I ended up applying 2 coats. I'm going to say long or short nails, 2 to 3 coats would be best. Now we have so much shimmer in here and it is beautiful. I love anything sparkly, and this is nonetheless. If I'm wearing something that's going to be on the neutral end, I needed to have some pizzazz, and this definitely has that pizzazz. We can see the green at more like extreme angles. We definitely are getting a lot of the copper and a lot of the orange. That green shimmer I feel like is a great addition to this more neutral sort of polish, giving it a little oomph, a little more vibrancy than your typical like sparkly shimmery sort of neutral shade. I really enjoyed this one and I thought the formula was great. Pictured are 2 coats of After Midnight with a glossy top coat. Next up we have Midwest Princess, and this one is described as a delicate lavender with holographic flakes and glowing pink shimmer. Now there is nothing delicate about this polish. It is absolutely stunning. Again, another jam-packed hollow flaky polish. We see a lot of that glowy pink shimmer just all over the nail, which I appreciate. I think long or short nails, I think 2 coats honestly will be fine. I mean, I guess depending on how prominent your nail line is, you may want to go in for a 3rd coat, but honestly I thought this formula was really great. And you can see the buildup on that 2nd coat. It really just deepens up that lavender shade and adds a lot more of that beautiful glowy pink shimmer. And I know it's only described as a pink shimmer, but I see some like yellow orange sort of coppery shifts as well. I feel like this is a great color to wear all year round as well. Pictured are 2 coats of Midwest Princess with a glossy top coat. Next up we have my Kink is Karma, and this is described as a moody aqua packed with molten pink micro shimmer. So a little bit different than what we've been seeing in the previous polishes, but nonetheless still another beautiful shade. This one you can off the bat already see that pink shimmer just peeking through. You can tell that the shimmer is obviously much more fine. It is a micro shimmer. Now I ended up going in for 2 coats. I think long or short nails, 2 to 3 coats will work best for you depending on what you like, preference, nail line, all of that. But it's definitely a different sort of vibe that we're getting from this one as opposed to our holographic sparkly polishes we saw previously. But this one is so pretty. I love how the pink contrasts off of this more aqua teal base, and it's shifting to like this beautiful purpley sort of shade, and you can even see a little bit of like green, a little bit of lime, and a little bit of yellow orange. I think, in my opinion, I see that. But this is gonna make a beautiful transition color from summer to fall. Pictured are 2 coats of my Kink is Karma with a glossy top coat. Next up we have Good Luck Babe, and this is described as an ocean blue with copper, pink, gold micro flakies. I love when a collection launches and it's not all of the same sort of formulation. I do, but I don't. I love a specific brand that does that when it's all uniform. But I also love variety and seeing different mixes, different sorts of components and polishes, because I feel like everybody can have their pick and choice of what they really like in a collection. This was another great formula. I did build this one up in 3 coats. I'm going to recommend 3 coats for everybody. I think just because of the more thinner, crellier, jellier sort of base, you want to be able to have that sort of consistency in order to build up to this beautiful finish, especially when you have something that is jam-packed with flakies. For this, I use just a glossy top coat, but with flaky dense polishes, I always recommend like a glitter smoother and then your glossy top coat just to get that nice plump, juicy effect. I'm really loving that deep green that we're seeing. The yellow, I see a little bit of copper sprinkled out throughout the nail as well. This is definitely a fun blue to wear in the colder months, and I think in the summer months. I feel like this collection is really versatile in the sorts of seasons you wear your polish, if you're a seasonal polish wearer like I am. Pictured are 3 coats of Good Luck Babe with a glossy top coat. Next up we have Red Wine Supernova, and this one's described as a deep berry with aqua, green, blue shifting pigment. This is going to make a beautiful fall mani. I already know it. Look at all of that beautiful shimmer just sparkling. We can already see the deep like aqua blue and that green just kind of sort of peeking through from that base. On the second coat, you can see that we really built up the color to a more deep barrier sort of shade as described. I'm going to recommend 2 to 3 coats for everybody. Looking back here, I could have maybe added a 3rd coat, but the finished product, I was happy with the 2 coats that I did apply. I really love this sort of more like cooler tone on my skin tone. I just love like that crispy, stark shimmer contrast on this more like deeper berry base. I don't know, something about it, it just kind of catches my eye. I feel like it's definitely something I want to wear again. It was such a unique, very pretty color, I think anyways. Pictured are 2 coats of Red Wine Supernova with a glossy top coat. All right, you ready for this one? This one is Super Graphic Ultra Modern Girl. This one is described as a sheer lavender gray with copper pink gold shifting pigments. I love gray. It's one of my favorite colors. That mixed with this lighter lavender shade, it makes this beautiful neutral polish, and neutral in my sort of alley. I like neutrals, like I mentioned earlier, that have a like pop of something in there, components mixed in there, all of that. I built this one up in 3 coats. I think long or short nails, 3 coats will work best for you. It's giving me like unicorn vibes, but a neutral unicorn vibes. You can see all the intense shifts. This one I feel like is the shiftiest so far that we've seen. We can see a lot of that copper, we can see the pink, we can see the gold, and really I'm not doing much, and you can see all of the nail shifts, all of the colors just all blending in and doing their thing. I love how we see pink, but it gives us this like brownish sort of tone as well. It's so pretty, so different. Pictured are 3 coats of a Super Graphic Ultra Modern Girl with a glossy top coat. Here we have Is It Casual Now, and this is described as a moody denim blue packed with copper green gold shifting pigment. So similar to what we just saw, but a more cooler tone base, I'd say. You see a lot more like more purpley violet in here, right? It is a like a denim blue base, but I see a lot more
like lavender blue, like definitely more violet leaning for sure. And then we get that heaping amount of that beautiful copper shimmer. We can see the green and the blue at all of the angles. Another glowy polish from Pahlish. They just, like I said before, in either I'm going to mention it in the intro or the outro, but I've been loving the glowy polishes that this brand has been creating. I've been on a very glowy polish kick, and every time I think, oh, okay, I want to wear something glowy but neutralish, you know, not too much, but definitely makes a statement, I think of the brand Pahlish. And this polish in specific gives me that beautiful, typical Pahlish glowy vibes. Pictured are 2 coats of Is It Casual Now with a glossy top coat. And the last polish that we have is Pink Pony Club. This one is described as a hot pink packed with hot pink micro flakies. This one is definitely giving us those jelly squishy vibes, and I'm all for it. I love how the micro flakes, though they're described as pink, they give us this like silvery reflective sort of vibe. They're definitely pink, but it gives us like, if you're looking in a mirror almost, like if you're looking at a mirror, that sort of like a silver reflective sort of vibe, but in a pink form, like metallic, I guess. This is such a pretty polish for like a pop of color, something you want to wear if you're going to a party. I see shifts of orange in here, even though it's not described. I definitely see it, and I know you see it too. Some orange, some red tones in there as well. I'm going to recommend 3 coats for everybody, and then probably a glitter smoother and your glossy top coat, just because it's so flaky dense and you want to really show off the plump juiciness of this beautiful shade. Pictured are 3 coats of Pink Pony Club with a glossy top coat.
All right, everybody, that is all that I have for you today. Let me know if you plan on picking up any of these polishes. I know I usually pick favorites at the end of some of my videos, but honestly, I really like all of these polishes. I feel like I have not been disappointed by a polish from this brand in a while, or even probably ever, but most recently that I've been swatching more consistently for them. Everything I put on my nails, I am just like obsessed with. And usually for me, I really love like bright colors, bold colors, dark vampy colors. But for whatever reason, I've been really, really loving these more like lighter, glowier, shimmery shades. And Pahlish just does that shimmer and that glow to like perfection. The formula is always so consistent, always great. So honestly, I can't pick a favorite because I really did enjoy all of them. Let me know which one is your favorite. Do you have any favorites? Do you plan on picking up any of these polishes? Thank you again, and I'll see you in my next one.